We are live
Cool.
on Twitch now. Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
Hi, everybody.
I'm kind of like playing the role of host, but really want to do that. This is the first public online meeting of the TXU collective with me, and not all members are here.
Mattia might join.
Yeah, Mattia might join us. Oficina's dropped out at the last minute. X-Copy, well, we never expected him to show up anyway.
No.
Far too busy.
But, well, he's got 4 kids, so apparently, so. And he's entirely made of pizza, so that's a hard life.
It doesn't help.
No.
So we've gathered here today to talk about
This thing called life.
this thing called life. Well, we're here as TXU.
I'm wearing purple.
And yes, you're purple. And we're here to talk about the next project, TXU project. And I guess we could so first of all, we have Thursday 2 here with us, and
Yes.
Sparrow, and me. So if you're watching this, then we'll be discussing what we're gonna do for the next project. So I'm just going to open it up to what everybody was thinking, has been thinking, and what maybe like what platform, and what you want to do, and if you have an overall concept. I know there were several kind of things that we were throwing around here and there in the last few months. We've all been busy on different projects. Some amazing projects have been coming out from everyone. So maybe this journey is another kind of how do you say, like milestone in our the work we've been doing. So let's start. Maybe Sarah, you want to start from what you're thinking?
On the spot.
I don't know. I had some ideas about the new collaborative piece we wanted to do for async, but it's just some random thought about it was about the Fibonacci numbers and some nature related also mathematical thing, the kind of thing, because I saw that as a collective we like that approach, which is a kind of holistic about the beauty of many things, little and big and all this stuff. So that was my it is already some of the stuff I'm researching, but I don't know if you guys like it or not, or maybe it's just a little part of as it happens with the totem. You came up with an idea and it gets developed by others, and that's the funny stuff.
As I recall, you were actually the one who suggested the totem.
Yeah, but you were talking about gods and this Mexican god, and we started with that, and I think it's still something we like to think about, something again really related to how small we are and how we are perfect and really messed up, all these things.
Sparrow, you want to add to that?
Yeah, so I mean, I think doing something with the Fibonacci sequence and all of the mathematical formulas, so like the golden ratio and things like that, would make for a really interesting piece. Maybe we section it up according to the golden ratio and each do like sections that then somehow fit together. So like that Nautilus shell is the Fibonacci sequence, but that then traces the pattern of the golden ratio, and that would be a nice way of dividing up space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. And maybe we should think about something more in the moment, maybe something political or social, something as a argument, how do you call it, as the theme, something you want to say, some idea we want to convey with the piece.
Have any of you done any reading on feminist economics or feminine economics?
That was so cool.
I've read some things, and I want to read more, and I feel like potentially this piece could be a vehicle for that. Like, I don't know how you would interpret that visually, but I like the idea of using the Fibonacci thing or this golden spiral, because I think we can.
Wow.
I think of it as like as something you go through. Like life is either about holding on to trying to keep everything static, or about moving through. And so I think potentially like this spiral can be like a process of moving through something.
Nice. like a how do you say it in English? Kinetic statue. That. The ones they are based on some geometrical concept, and then they move with the winds, or you can move it, and they always create some new arrangement, but always following the mathematical rule they are constructed on. It would be nice to do something physical too, to associate with the piece, maybe in I don't know.
So like make physical objects that we would then photograph and use as material for the actual piece.
Yeah, maybe, or something. I'm working with Marco Zubac.
Yep.
My life is better than yours, and we are doing, of course, paper toys. He proposed to a bunch of us friends to do this blank paper toy and to paint it as we want to. So I was thinking about doing something physical with art too, because this day I'm just working in the woods with a forest garden, and I like it very much. I feel very, I don't know, energized about it. Seeing things changing day by day, and knowing that you're part of the process. It's really, really nice. Or something physical, you can touch it.
So we can make something and send it all to Serena to assemble.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be nice. Yes, to do a big park of a sculpture. Look at the place here. This is one of the land I plan to, of course, farm too. And this is the little house. We have, of course, to do a lot of work still, but there's a lot of places. Very nice place to maybe show some art, or I was thinking about a sculpture garden of some natural materials. It would be fine, nice to see.
Maybe I was thinking two things. Mattia is here. Welcome, Mattia. Mattia, just to give you an update on where we are. So Mattia, again, to the audience out there, I wonder if there's. Let me just check. Is anybody there? Well, we have 3 people. Welcome, 3 people.
3.
Whoever. Yes.
So we are in 7.
No.
Yeah, we are a majority.
Yes. We're overwhelming
Yeah.
majority.
For us, by us.
Just to do a summary, Matthias, actually the founder of the original collective that this grew into, he said, "Hey, you, come here,"
Come here.
and we've been
Do this.
do this, and we've been together ever since.
Okay.
And I just want to give Mattia an update on what we've been talking so far. So the idea is to come up with what our next TXU project would be. And I think from an earlier conversation, Serena put it to forth the idea of Fibonacci numbers. And then
Excuse me?
Fibonacci
Oh.
numbers.
Fibonacci. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then Sparrow was talking about the golden ratio.
Yep.
And then now we're talking about actual physical objects to make sculptures with.
Officinas can do beautiful
Yeah.
3D stamps. So basically, we can do whatever we want, and then his stamps.
Or something.
We can do everything. I only I will listen to you, and I only want to say, oh, ciao Serena.
Oh, ciao Mattia!
You have a
Ehi,
face.
finalmente ci vediamo.
Esatto. Let's
Oh.
go. Continue with the conversation, and I will be with you.
One thing I was thinking
5
was
minutes because I got to reconnect my brain.
one thing I was thinking I wanted to propose is that if we do make physical objects, we could just share them with one another. Like we all make each like we all make a number of objects, physical objects. I don't know how big they could be because we're talking about and then each of us send each other one of the components, and so we all have one
Oh,
entire
It's
sculpture.
not always necessary to send the physical objects, but you can also send the measures, maybe how it's done. Every one of us can do a different
Mhm.
version.
Nice.
Or origami or folded paper. You can do
I
whatever.
have an idea. Why don't we all do our own version of idols?
Yeah, why not?
Wow.
I think Alfistinos is the one that's not here. We'll go off to his.
Well, we know what he'll do.
Or schools,
Yeah.
or airplanes, or whatever we want. Toilets. Paper
But
toilets.
I'd actually quite like to see everyone else's interpretation of
The
idols.
idol. Yep.
Of the
Well,
what?
Mhm.
What was it?
Idol.
Oh, the idol. Yeah.
This is nice.
Yeah.
Because we in Italy we have a sort of idol. Maybe in England is another. Maybe in Germany is another.
Mm.
Culturally and also maybe in our mind.
Personally, yeah.
Yeah.
Person, yeah.
We can do whatever we want. I was thinking about the idol. What is an idol? What is not an idol?
I also like the words idol and idol.
Idol.
Like
Yes,
being like
I know.
like
I
being
was
idle.
thinking the same. And now Ilan comes out with the double sense of
Yeah.
the word.
It's so hard to be idle today.
I was listening to a podcast earlier this morning, and one of the things they were talking, it's about like climate crisis and how messed up everything is, and it was also a conversation that I had with my collaborator Jasmine about like one of the ways you can work against capitalism is to be idle, like is to not do what it expects of you, and it's kind of roughly what I do as well. Like
So, idol versus idle. How do you spell it in different ways?
idle, IDLE is when you're just not doing something, and
Yeah,
idol,
you're not-
IDOL is the sculpture that you
Yep.
pray to.
But an idol is idle.
An idol.
Idle is idle. Yes.
Yeah.
By
It's
definition,
it's
it
unreachable
doesn't
sometimes.
move.
Is it that create a sculpture is an essentially an inert object?
Yes.
Yeah. But
Yes, it should be. But it
Yeah.
can be my movement too.
Yeah.
Or I didn't understand what you said.
No,
like
no.
a static one, but also in movement, like we were saying before about moving things.
The
moving,
kinetic sculpture. Yeah.
Yeah.
An idol can be also digital, or maybe in paper, or maybe something that is something that is going to destroyed after the sacrifice, maybe.
Wow.
Oh, so the paper toys,
We are back to that.
we
To
could make
sacrifice things.
paper toy idols and tie it in with Marco's thing
Yeah.
and send them to you, Serena, and you can ritually burn them
Wow.
as a sacrifice.
No. I wouldn't do that. Maybe I would like bury them.
Berry is
Like,
good.
for
I
doing-
like berry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for doing compost or something, because lately
I-
I'm afraid of fire. So
I will use chemical paper so he doesn't decompose.
no.
No, organic paper. But if you
Sure.
put them in a bed with vegetables, then you could eat our offering.
Yeah.
You know, Sparrow, that you are an idol now.
Me?
Your light is saying that you are an idol. Who is king?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Apollo.
I've always been fascinated by the Venus of Willendorf.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
I think that's it's just and other objects that of similar things, and the usage of them is kind of mind blowing. I don't even like. I blush to talk about it, but like basically it was used to like secure the spirituality of the person who died, and it was a female,
Yeah.
and that's sort of like it that's so inconceivable today. like we that is so far away from the way we think about the world, and on so many levels. It's yeah.
Is it really?
I mean,
you
I'm-
have
I'm-
people being frozen in cryogenesis to be brought back,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
not.
or download their consciousness into
Yeah,
a
no,
computer
I-
to be
that's-
brought back.
But
I
that's.
want that. I want.
No,
I
please.
don't need my body.
Yeah, well, this is another thing, a counterpoint of there's some people who feel like they want to be completely made into digital, and then some people who feel like we should be thinking about the secession of our place in the secession of organic life. And I think that's something that can be addressed in each person's work
Yeah.
in this piece.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to try and fix my light problem
No,
there.
please don't.
So can I
Move
can-
it away from that window.
can I kind of go back into the doing part of what we're thinking of
Yeah.
of having like each of us making a physical piece that then goes somewhere, and do we want to kind of like do we want to make an async piece that uses those pieces in the digital realm, so to speak? Like, is that what we're thinking?
Hey,
Remember that we also have the Super Rare account,
Yeah.
so maybe we can do whatever.
I think also maybe what we could do is we could have all of these pieces, like we could have an async version of it and then a super rare version where we tokenize like, you know, all the
the destruction
Yeah.
or the burying
Yeah.
of the idols can be in Super Rare, but it's not a problem.
I think it's like
Actually, so we could have the async piece track the individual items as they're made, or you know, so we do a drawing or, you know, an image, drawing or an image for the async piece. We make the piece and we change the layer states for, you know, when we've made it, when we've posted it, when it arrives at its destination. So you have like a whole life cycle.
I have an even
or-
better idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go.
So
Go.
the life of the super rare pieces determines the changes of the layers. So the works and
Yeah.
super rare have to be sold in order. They have to change hands
Yeah.
in order
Have to change hands
in order
to
to
change the layer state.
I think that we can do
Very
it
good.
even with smart contracts.
yeah.
Yeah.
It might be it might be too much, a bit much for async to handle, but I think they'd be up for it.
We can ask, or we can do it manually.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
I don't know. These are some ideas, but I think
agree.
I think I think it'd be fun to have like a project that uses both platforms.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
in
Yeah.
different ways. So we're not just async. We're also super rare, and this would. Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
idea. Because I mean, yeah, it's a
So
big work.
We want to do a paper toy, right?
I don't know. Do you
Well,
like paper as a medium? I have never used it, so this with Marco will be my first time, I think.
I've done-
I was a really young child.
I work every day with paper. It's my favorite
Yeah,
medium.
I've done.
yeah, but
It's also easy to replicate and to do a simple pattern. We can start with cubes that are so easy to do, and then we can experiment with them or whatever we want. Simply folding the paper can be everything.
platonic
so-
solids.
do you have a timeline for the thing with Marco? Because
No, not really. No,
Right.
no.
so we could potentially then, if each one of us does a paper idol,
Mhm.
we could then use that pattern on Marco's paper toys to release in that way as well. Because he does
Wow.
that on Maker's Place, so that ties in yet another platform.
But
Yeah.
do you want to use an original paper toy? We can develop.
No,
it.
I've got a project going with an original paper toy within.
Yeah.
But,
But the pattern
yeah.
is already from
pattern.
Marco design.
yeah, he did the physical object and then the
Right.
teeth,
So
the 2D.
Yep, you can ask Marco if we can use that, and then we can go on with that.
Or maybe we can do our forms too. I mean, not only that one.
I feel like each
So-
of us should wait. I feel like each of us should choose whatever material you want to make the thing in. Like,
Yeah. I mean, Marco asked me to do one as well. And
Likewise.
one of the things that he said was feel free to modify it, and add things onto it or take, whatever to make
Yeah.
it mine. So I don't see why we couldn't just pull more things
Yeah.
into the mix.
Yeah.
I
I-
like including people.
I used to
No.
I used to make paper mache sculptures using but I did it in this way that I diverged. I created the first one at this art class. I made a cow at this museum in Israel, Palestine, and then my mom went and picked it up and from the museum because I had already left the country. And when she picked it up in the museum and she was leaving the museum, people were asking her where she got it from. So then for some reason, I guess that cow, it was stored somewhere and I hadn't seen it, and so I started making new ones when I arrived in the U.S.
Missing
And
cows.
huh? Yeah. And then
Cows.
what I realized when I got the old one, the first one, I had gone so far away from the original on in terms of the way it was sculpted, the way it was the way I did it was I did it with wire, and I soldered the armature together, and then which is crazy, and then I would, to get the shell to be very thick, I took newspapers and I put I wet them with glue, and then would layer them. It was really cuckoo. So
in Italian, it's called cartapesta.
yeah, it's like a paper mache. It was crazy, and I did like a bunch of cows, and I did like a pig and stuff. I feel like I could easily like do that again for this project.
So,
Yeah.
homeworks. Every one of us came out with an idea of an idol.
Yeah.
Idol. I don't know. And then we talk about how to make some drawings upon it, maybe.
Paintings.
Yeah.
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 Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
I think
And we could also
too.
do some kind of circuit. If we're going to do physical things, right? We could do something like they used to do in the avant-garde artists
mail art.
collectives.
Yeah.
Mail art. Yeah. So I'll take something, send it to Ilan. He adds something, sends it to Mattia. Mattia does something, sends it to Serena. Serena does something, sends it to
We can tokenize the piece in Superway.
Yeah.
Just to start easily.
I mean, I think that would be really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel very.
And then just
yeah.
keep, and then have it come back around,
Yeah.
in the other way.
Why not?
Keep passing it along.
Yeah. Why not?
It feels crazy. It reminds me of when we did the totem, and then we all decided what we were gonna do, and then it like took over my brain for like a month. There's
like Zeus, and from your mind came out the gods.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
Mexican gods.
Yeah.
In an airplane.
I feel like this idol thing though is much more of a Eurocentric, Eurasian steppes kind of feel. So maybe I'll have to write some new text.
Cultural appropriation here.
What? Yeah, right. I feel I can write some new text based on that to kind of.
Okay. Cool.
So we have like a place to go, not formally, not in a formalist way, in a figure, just in a kind of weird, just in a weird way, just to have some images.
In a poetic way.
Yeah, in the imagery. Yeah.
Do we have questions from the people connected?
Does anybody have questions?
Yeah.
Does anybody have questions on Twitch? Of the three people,
ask us some questions.
Of the three people on Twitch, does anybody have any questions?
I don't know.
They're not listening.
They're not listening.
They're doing something else.
They are all looking at us. So
actually, this should be running on CryptoVoxels and
Look at that.
Oh wait, I didn't see that.
That's lovely.
Wait, I didn't see that. I missed it.
it's a small.
Oh, okay. Aww. You have to use that.
A flag.
It's a flag. That needs to go in CryptoVoxels as a flag.
Yeah, it does. On the plot. You gotta scan it as a GIF, high quality GIF, and put it on the plot.
Yeah. You move it. You can see. Yeah, like it was a flag.
Yeah.
Why not? I think if I have...
I love you guys so much. You know that, right?
I love you too. We have to do it more often.
Well, we're doing it now.
Yeah. Also, my connection of eyes.
Yes.
If you want to see.
You already have your idol worked out for you, I think, ahead of
That's
time.
your idol.
I want to use it. My eyes.
So
Your
Serena's
idol,
the only one.
like idol.
Serena's the only one now that's not doing AI. All of the rest of us are doing AI. The GAN.
I'm not doing AI.
Yeah, I've tried Playform, but then the whole async stuff came in, and I cannot concentrate in more than one project.
Serena,
I'm very bad at that.
Send me images. I'll put them through Runway ML for you and see what happens.
Okay, I'll select some, because Mattia told me that I have to choose some with some criteria, like similar images as in colors or
some
forms,
consistency or something.
Consistency, but also inconsistency.
Only one aspect consistent, and then they come out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Not too much variables. Exactly.
I realized that from my little experience with it, that if you put a lot of different images in, with like I put all these forest fire images in it, and it just went berserk.
Yeah.
And I was like, why do
I
I?
experienced that too.
But I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm doing AI yet.
There's another thing, right? Because I've been generating forests, so maybe we should merge my forests that I'm generating with your forest fires that you have generated, and do something there too.
Yeah.
I mean, the clip.
Very interesting, very on point, and a good theme, because
Yeah.
we are literally burning down the planet. So
Yes.
The piece that I worked on,
and hopefully we won't have the same kind of forest fires like we did at the beginning of this year in Australia.
oh my god,
Yeah.
oh,
terrible. Here it's going to become like a desert in a few weeks, because the sun is really scorching, and the water resources are not stable in summer, so all these green will soon die away.
Yeah.
I'm planning to do some reservoir in my land, because otherwise
You
we
have
will
to.
burn.
Yeah.
It's a concern for the government too in Italy.
Yeah. You also have to dig up swales, because you have an incline there, so you can create swales with.
Yeah, it's what I'm doing in the forest farm. Yeah, because it's the only way. And then I want to build like ponds, because water is here but is underground.
Yep.
Because of the clay.
Soil.
There's a strata of clay underground that keeps the water there.
Different type of soil.
Yeah. It's a type of soil. Yeah, but it's not impossible to do. It's just a lot of work, and we are a bit poor. We don't have machineries, So the plan is to take some donkeys to help us doing these works, and that's it.
Mattia is a donkey.
Here, the smoking donkey.
Yeah.
Here it is. Very nice.
It's from an Italian designer that is no more, but it was so cool because it was designing these shirts with scraps,
Nice.
Oh, very cool.
I found out, I pick up and then I put it.
Are we supposed to? I know we have an hour, so we're still good. I actually was.
I have to eat, my friend.
Were you having too much fun, Ilan, and thinking that time has gone by?
Oh dear.
What are you drinking, Ilan?
Wine.
Wine.
Yeah. I'm in a bar.
It's a beautiful glass.
In a real bar?
Yes.
In a bar for a...
Yeah, a bar.
Wow.
It's this is where the festival was supposed to take place, like the crypto artathon, where you were the people who were going to be here, which is probably Mattia and Sparrow. I know you couldn't make it, Sister, because you had commitments down south, but and potentially Oficinas was supposed to be here as well, and we were supposed to all be here making crypto art pieces and engaging with the public, but because of the epidemic, they can't have this bar open. So the art festival is going on, but we're not. We're just occupying the bar.
You are the only one drinking.
Right now, I'm the only person in the bar, and Linara's in another room, in the back room of the bar, talking at Radical Exchange about the Dada thing with Bea.
Oh yeah.
And then
that's an interesting thing. I'm so happy you guys connected all together.
Oh
with
yeah.
Sparrow and Lenara and all this people.
Well, they approached
very inspired people.
they approached Lenara because she's worked in some kind of areas of crypto art and currencies. So they just kind of came to her out of the blue, and that's how I ended up on Dada, and then we ended up also hanging out with them. Yeah, I consider them, just like all of you, I consider them family, really, like really close.
Yeah. It's good. This is a game of affinities, which is global, and it's so funny to discover every time, because there's no cultural boundaries in the making of this kind of relationships.
Yeah.
So
I was talking
rating.
about this almost 20 minutes ago with Sky Golpe via phone, and it's like I can say the only thing that's most connecting is music, because when you speak music, you speak with other people. But we are almost here, almost there, with visual imaginary and visual communication.
Yeah, totally, it's true.
It's incredible. I cannot sleep basically, but it's incredible.
Someone's flashing. Oh, someone's taking a picture outside.
I'm always connected. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
That's I try to balance that. Being connected all the time is a bit exhausting for me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It is.
press pause. Look at my latest piece on Super Rare. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it actively encourages you to press pause.
Right.
We can do a pose too now if you want. Like we stay. Okay.
Are you gonna do yoga?
We are good at that.
We can freeze.
Okay.
I'll do cheers. Yeah, that pose.
I cannot drink. Ramadan today.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is it Ramadan today, actually?
No,
I had no idea.
I've said my girlfriend today I will not drink.
Oh,
I cannot drink.
good boy. I'm gonna drink today and tomorrow.
I mean Friuli. It's a pity not to drink Friuli.
Well, I really do hope that this time next year, we can all at least hope that next year we all get to meet face to face, or anywhere for that matter. I don't care where, as long as just throw a dart at the map, we'll go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go there.
Yeah. There was this.
We'll all descend on the farm.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea because
we have some free labor.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm getting lots of training now from
labor,
digging in the
I like
garden.
What are you saying? That we are donkeys? We have to dig the house? Okay.
I've got lots of.
We need to go make a pond.
I've got lots of experience now digging holes in the garden, so I'm ready to
I
go.
saw. You are very good.
I'm just persistent.
Yeah.
I'm a pain in the ass, basically.
Tell us
Yeah,
about.
that's my strategy too.
Tell us about that piece of concrete that you find out. How much?
I think it's beyond the scope of this discussion that we're supposed to have here, but I say fuck it. It was very heavy. I think we're.
Big.
It was massive.
I think we're. Yeah, that's like an idol.
Yeah.
I think it.
Yeah, it could be.
I think
A
we're.
menhir.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to send it the mail though. That's. It's not.
I was just gonna say the postage on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only 1,000 euro to send it.
I mean, there's a guy here in Berlin that I mean, probably several of them, but there was a studio I visited a few years ago here in Berlin. This guy, he works with concrete, and that's really hard actually to work with concrete.
Yeah.
He sculpts it or
makes-
he molds it.
I think he molds because this sculpting is really hard with
Yeah.
impossible with concrete. I think.
No, it's possible, but it's better to mold it.
Mhm.
It's easier.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
whatever
and
you want.
you can mix concrete in different ways, so it doesn't have to be very hard.
mm,
It can be almost like sandstone, right? So quite easy to carve.
There's a chemical reaction with water that makes it
Like bridges in Italy. Like that,
too much sand.
They
that
crumble,
kind
do
of
they?
concrete. Yeah.
They made in
It's art.
sand.
It's art.
But in
No.
Italy they are okay. Let's talk with Chinese people. How much
Oh
sand
no.
they use.
No, please.
A ton of sand. So basically, my family came back. If we don't have questions, we can.
Let me see if there's any questions. I don't. Let me just
Go
check.
computers and then.
Oh, just listening
create.
while doing some. Oh, so Shortcut is saying he's just listening while doing some work. Yeah, I think he's probably
Hi,
enjoying it.
Shortcut. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you, Shortcut.
Hi.
But tomorrow we do we have another thing like this?
No, not TXU. Serena. Yeah, Sparrow will be here talking with the 105 collective.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need to come and ask questions.
Yep. I'll do.
I'll be asking
Okay.
questions too.
Will we be all of you? Of 105? Okay.
Yeah.
In physical version. And please do someone do a screenshot of Serena with that headphones, because she's a perfect pilot for our TXU airplane
Let me
Yeah,
spotlight
of
you.
course.
with this big headphones and microphone.
Hold on.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at you. You
Yeah.
are the pilot.
Those are pretty impressive headphones, I have to say.
Yeah, they're nice.
They're amazing looking.
Of Leila.
Oh, okay.
Leila's headphones for gaming.
Now are yours.
Oh, what does Layla play? Fortnite?
No. No, he drives with a simulator. He does, races online.
I didn't know that. Oh, wow. That's
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a very good driver.
Can we do a sponsor?
With him?
yeah, the TXU sticker on her car.
Yeah.
Maybe. That would be nice. We could do like a sticker and I can place it on
the
his
car, yeah.
simulator.
Is that possible to do that? Can you do
Of
that?
course, yeah.
I-
It's a physical thing. It's a big chair, like a long chair. How do you call it?
Uh-huh.
She's long,
But
She's
also
long.
in digital. I was thinking in digital.
Yeah. In
In the digital
digital.
car.
He races with many kinds of cars. He doesn't have just one. He has like I don't know. It's like a tournament, and every time you are assigned to.
Ask him if there is a place on the car to put stickers. I don't know.
Yeah, the physical place, but not the digital one. You cannot customize it. I think. Just they give you these things.
There's a possible market.
Yes.
Yes.
Gaming
We
market.
need the things.
People want to customize their cars.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
Not just the
I don't know,
components.
I have to ask him. I have to ask him.
Why do
You would probably need to
one-
write to the gaming company, right, and suggest the fact that they should let
Yeah.
people customize their cars.
Totally, because they actually gain money. The very good ones. He is among the 100 in the world at that game, so it's a good place. But if you are among the 10, the first 10, you have got all that merchandising stuff, and
Wow.
you can gain something.
We can hack.
We should
something.
sponsor him. Let's sponsor him.
Yeah.
No, because I think that this
Next
crypto-
async peak, we'll give him like half of the
Yeah,
proceeds.
but also think about it. The crypto art, the crypto movement is always inside this bowl. Okay,
Mhm.
if we can find ways to take out, like the paper wallet version of our things and other things, is always good because people comes out. Oh, it's digital. Okay, but you have to pay for it.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's the only way to actually make people think twice about the digital stuff. It's
Yeah.
just to make it not free for in some platform already has a heavy foot on it. Yeah, already people are thinking about it twice.
Ask him. Then we talk.
I'll ask him. Yeah.
Call up NASCAR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Let's
to-
go to
Yeah.
Dubai. Yeah, to races and
Indy
to
500.
Dubai.
Dubai, yeah.
Dubai.
Yeah, but they need to sponsor us, not us sponsor them.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
circular economy. They sponsor us, and then we sponsor them, and
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
it's a golden,
It's a
golden
tide
spiral.
that raises all boats.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it? The tide, the famous tide that raises all boats.
At least it's not trickled down economics. So we're all
Anything
good.
but that. Unless it's rain. Lenara's done. Are we done? No, we have 10 more minutes to go. There was actually a warning that this thing was going to run out in 40, and they gave me 40 minutes for free. Yay!
Aw.
That was a while ago, so you guys never noticed. It was in the background.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is Lenara there?
Yeah. I'll say hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. Hi, Lenara.
She's the honorary TXU collective person because she made all those models of us
I'm
and
a little mascot.
Yeah.
voxels.
You can do
They
voodoo
are
to us.
amazing.
Voodoo!
Voodoo.
Oh, great.
She said you did a voodoo of us.
Oh no.
No,
You're not
you
supposed
can't
to
do
tell
it.
them this
But she
part.
can.
No.
She'll do it to me if I don't behave. That's the
I
reality
don't
of it.
Yeah, yeah.
She'll
Yeah.
remove one voxel at a time, and I'll be like, ah!
Wow, that's creepy. One box.
Yeah.
That's why I watch myself.
Wow.
Which voxel?
I think that people is already doing voodoo with me.
Who's
Because
that?
Sometimes I cannot understand what I do.
It's normal. It's normal. You're a human. It's normal.
Yeah,
It's not normal to understand anything.
I love it.
I live like that all my life. I don't understand almost anything that happens to me.
I have the
think
curse
about
of believing that I understand everything.
Yeah, that's a
Worse.
delusion of understanding. But
The delusion of the fury. Well, I hope we can get Richie to do this thing this time, maybe. I have to talk to him.
Possibly.
I've got to pick Richie and tell him, you have to do this because you have to do this. The maggots. I want that maggots.
What we'll do is, yeah, he should just make the maggots. He should just buy
Yeah.
maggots and send them to us. And then,
wow,
There you go.
you know,
that's cool.
mail
man.
order
Wow.
maggots. Yeah,
Yeah,
For the
it's
pot.
the food of future.
it
maggots.
is. It is. Ugh.
Yeah.
Crickets. Crickets. That's the food of the future.
Crickets. And wait, ant larvas.
Ant larvae.
I don't know.
Ant larvae.
What's ant in
Very
Italian?
protect- Formica.
Ah, formica, just like in Portuguese.
Mm-mm.
Sounds like formica.
For Micah.
It is.
Oh
It's
my
not made of formica.
I know, it just sounds like formica. Can you imagine, like, I would like some formica, and then you like get a stack of formica for your,
Yeah,
and then reverse.
We pronounce it formica.
Formica,
formica.
not formica.
No, the ant is formica,
The ant is formica,
and the material is formica.
and the material is formica.
Formica, because it's made with acido formico.
Yes.
I have no
Okay.
idea.
Yeah, but
The material.
if you're in America, it's Formica.
Yeah.
Formica.
Americans, the persons who notoriously destroy every language in the world with their.
It's an interesting
English
thing
imperialism.
that I have understand only in this late time that a lot of plastics were made or discovered in Italy, near my place, in Marghera, Venice, because the petroleum was arriving.
Very
there.
clean place. Yeah.
The place of maggots.
Italian maggots. Hey, I improved the soil.
They're not going to
I
be
broke the
Formica maggots. But
Formica maggots. That's the next project. So this time it's idle, and next time it's formica. No.
Yeah.
I'm scared of that insect.
Ants? You like ants? Really?
Imagine
Ants?
one so big.
What do you mean?
That That is an interesting idol. Very a formica, an ant, like an elephant.
Wow.
Oh, like Louise's spider.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That size ant. Yeah.
can smash everything with the mouth.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful. I would place it here. Totally.
For the child, then go up.
No, no child.
No child, no children.
No.
I want that people plays with my stuff.
Go away. No. With dogs. Lot of dogs. And all kinds of animals. But some adult
Human,
human.
But
human animal.
no child animals.
No
Human
child
animals.
No child animals. No children ants were harmed in this marking of this artwork.
Oh. Right.
Ciao, amici.
You guys leave me speechless, I have to say.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Must go.
All right. Bye, Mattia. Thanks so much for coming and
Bye,
joining
Mattia.
us.
Ciao, ragazzi.
Bye.
Let's
Bye-bye.
see again in Telegram. Let's talk about this.
Oh, I'm already
Idol
there.
items.
I'm already there. Like, I already know where I'm going to go with this now.
Yeah.
I just know it's going to consume vast amounts of my
Ciao.
time. Ciao, Mattia. Grazie. So, I think we can, like, in summary, we have 4 more minutes.
I think it was very productive, right? We now know what we're gonna do.
Yes. I mean, I like that we don't have a very, very 100% clear idea, but we know where we're going to start,
Yeah.
in my
Yeah,
mind.
I guess let's
Yeah.
start sketching and sharing, and then
Mhm.
we will see. Now, my plans are just to wait for the oracle to come out and keep doing my physical stuff to just keep myself out of anxiety. That's it.
Yeah.
And then I can think. I have a bunch of things already in the making, but just sketching and not committing myself too much.
Good.
Just enjoy.
Good.
Yeah, after this, I have quite a few things to do, but I'm a multitasker from hell.
I'll
Very
show
good.
you my nascent forest
Where's that?
and how it's
Yeah.
developing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
it's so interesting
Yeah, I'm
to
curious
me.
about that.
They're
I-
gorgeous so far. They're really gorgeous images that are coming out. But I
Yeah,
like
so far.
forests, so
Indeed, me too. I can't wait to see more.
Yeah. So wait, you're doing these in playful? What are you doing?
Runway ML.
Oh, right, Runway ML. Okay. Can I find you on Runway ML and like look at your stuff there, or is it not public?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't.
Did
I
you
don't
name the
think it's
project?
social like that?
It
I think
is.
it is just. Is it social?
Well, there's like look at other projects, and then you can